Hi there guys, we're now 64 hours into this map, and it is now also episode 24, and I still have yet to get blue circuits. So today is the day where I'm going to be remedying that. So I know I have some troubleshooting to do, in particular with dealing with the red circuits, because I don't have nearly enough plastic coming in. So that means I need to either add more cars or like divvy up the distribution or fix how I have the filter set up. I haven't quite figured out exactly what I need to do yet, but I know I need to do something with it. So that's definitely on the to-do list. But I'm thinking instead of doing the troubleshooting first, which is what I usually tend to do, I think I want to do the actual designing and building of the blue circuit factory first. We'll get it hooked in and then we can start fixing things after. Oh boy. But speaking of fixing things, I think I need to go fix that first. Oh crap. I do have some laser turrets on me. I have some walls. Shoot. And I have some ammo. Okay, I'm gonna head down there. I'll be right back, and then we're gonna start building that blue circuit factory. Well, that took a lot longer than I anticipated. I ended up having to clear out some of the biters over here, including some biter nests that were up here attacking my copper, and you can see I've still been getting attacked recently. And they just keep on encroaching closer and closer and faster than I can defend them off. So I think I've at least stalled enough where I can actually get to work on designing that blue circuit factory now. And I kind of just want to play around with the design. I don't have anything quite in mind, although in my 0.16 map I had it so that I had kind of pipes feed from the top, and then I had a separate lane each for green and red circuits and a separate output lane for blue. And that worked out fairly nicely, and oh my gosh, I'll have to go take care of that in just a minute, but let's put something down for blue circuits, because I want to get something up and running as soon as possible so I can start getting some quality of life things. Like I keep on mentioning, of course, blue circuits are required for yellow science, and blue circuits are also required for my power armor, which I've got researched but have not yet been able to build, so that's something I definitely want to do very soon. But let's see, I want to definitely share the pipes if possible. So let me just think. If I do something like this, whoop, I can have them share it like that, go like that and like that, and we won't worry about beacons quite yet. Oh, it's just not quite long enough, unfortunately. Okay, let's see. I typically like to go through the center for some reason. I don't know why I like that. I just feel like it's more space efficient, although I don't technically know if that's true. So if we do that for green circuits or something like that. Here's what we can do. We can go like that and have two separate inputs or something like that. And then we need an output lane and an input lane for additional items. So this could be green circuits maybe, since we definitely need a heavy amount of those. We'll have this be red. And this can be the output or something like that. That would work, and I guess I could technically... Oh. No, that wouldn't work. They'd have to be... Let's see. This could work, as long as I have the output, or like the pipes coming from afar like this. But I can't have the pipes connected up here, or else I will have no room for the inserter. And then in terms of power, let's keep it something like that. Okay, I think that will work. This will be my output line though, so we'll have that going up like that. And then, I don't know if we can mirror it. Ooh. Let's see, this will be a little bit trickier. Let me just do it by hand. That's sometimes easier. Okay. We have that going in the middle. This is green circuit line again. Crap. What do I do for here? Oh boy. I'm just trying to see if this can work. This might work actually. Or maybe not. Because then that leaves me with not enough room for an inserter. Oh, crap. Okay. I see why people do belt weaving with this, because there's just kind of sometimes difficulty with having the pipes in the way. But let me brainstorm a little bit off camera. Let me go take care of those spiders, and then I'll be back with the end result of the Blue Circuit Factory, and then we'll get it turned on. Okay, I've modified the design a little bit, and here it is. Let me put it in here so we can take a better look at it. Basically, I ended up connecting the pipes through the side here, like I was talking about that I wouldn't do, and I've ended up adding in a separate output belt here for this top row of assemblers, but it should still work. This will feed from the side, and I can end up balancing a little bit by adding in some splitters here and stuff like that, but I think this will work. It's not particularly attractive, but like most of my factories, this is also another instance of being temporary, and it's something that I designed on my own, which is fairly important to me to at least attempt to build all of my factories on my own. Red circuits not included in that, of course. So let's go ahead and just kind of plop this down. I think right there should be good. I definitely want to leave enough room for my belt pauses, which I've already added in a couple up here at the top, although of course they're not feeding into anything at this point. But I think right there looks good. So let's do that right there. The bots will help me out. I've got to connect up a couple of the pipes which are not connected there. But that looks pretty good to me. I also have the potential, since I know this will eat up green circuits like crazy, I can add in a separate line over here and help feed a little bit more green circuits. I even have the potential to add more red circuits by adding in a separate line coming here through the middle, just like it's already doing. So this has potential for growth, basically, is my point. But what that means is that the blueprint's down. I just have to worry about getting these fed from the cars here, like I've already started to kind of do. So pauses are in. I basically just need the filter inserters at this point. And I know it's going to eat green circuits in particular like crazy. So let's have these be green circuits here. We'll need boxes. We'll need inserters, the regular kind. And I know that's kind of like a weird balance, but we'll see if that works. Oh, and let's do blue belt instead, just because we need to have as much throughput as possible. So let's try that for now. Let's put in 3 stacks. And there we go, green circuit's already working. Awesome. And then I said we'll have red circuits come through the middle here. So red, we'll do like this. And we can have this be the output for the blue circuits to feed into the car. Ooh, and that's missing a shotgun. Can I craft a shotgun? No, but I can request one. There we go. Let's stop that so that I can make sure it gets the shotgun it needs. Anyway, that should be coming. These are going to be red circuits like I was talking about. There we go. Oh, and I guess that one doesn't need a filter on it, since that will just be pure blue circuits. There will be nothing else coming into it. And where's that shotgun? Come on. Oh, I'm out of range. Whoops. Come on, bots. Bring me my stuff. Hurry up. I don't want my cars to get off track here and get misaligned like usual. I've had enough of that between last episode and already the beginning of this one. All right, add that back in quickly. Oh, crap. Okay, I think those are okay. All right, green circuits there is backed up. Red circuits, let's put a cap on these boxes here and we'll feed it like this. And why not? We'll have it, one go to one side, we'll have the other go to the other side. And this is me just kind of winging this on the spot here. Obviously this can be improved upon, I'm sure. Let's get a substation, why not? Like that. We'll balance it like that. And this will come here. We'll do a splitter here just to increase the amount of inserts that can feed it into the car. Like that. Okay. I definitely need to increase my red circuit production. That's, I think, really going to be holding me back more than green circuits, which is, it's usually the other way around. So I have one last thing to do, which is to hook it up into the acid, which I do have acid pipes up here that are feeding into my batteries, so I will just basically tap it in over there. Oh, whoops. Let me hook up the pipe first. Wow, I definitely didn't leave myself a whole lot of room. Let me move that over by like oh, that much. There. All right, now I have room. This is gonna go over. And upwards we go. And I know this isn't particularly attractive, but as I keep saying, this doesn't have to be. I'm more just desperate, like I've been desperate lately for everything, because the biters really are evolving at a much quicker pace than I am keeping up. I'm definitely such a slow player when it comes to this game, as you guys know. Are we almost to acid? Pretty much. I will just add it in right here. And this should connect it up. In just a minute, I believe we should be seeing our first blue circuits. Now, I might have made the factory too long. I'm not sure if all of my supplies between the green and red circuits will make its way all the way to the end. If it doesn't, we'll just chop it off a little bit. But, oh, our first blue circuits caught on camera. Awesome. And they're actually already getting fed into the car, which is fantastic. I think I want to prevent it from going into the car for now because I definitely want to keep some for my own personal inventory. Like I said, that will allow me to get the power armor, which is definitely the next step. So I think I'm going to wait for the blue circuits to add up. It looks like all of my supplies are making it to the end, though, sulfuric acid included. Oh, you know what, though? I didn't add green circuits to the other side. I forgot about that. I need to do that real quick. But let me do that. I can do that off camera along with letting the blue circuits add up over time, and then I will be back. So blue circuits are backed up at this point. I still haven't rehooked it up into supplying the cars, but I figure why do that for now, because I don't really, turns out, have much use for the blue circuits. They will eventually get used over here to supply them all, which I think this technically goes into the assembler that will eventually build the rocket silo, but I don't even have the rocket silo researched quite yet. But it also occurs to me that there are a couple of quality of life things that don't necessarily require yellow science. I just don't have those things researched yet. And I don't yet have the ability to do research over at this current base. So what I think I'm going to end up doing for the rest of the episode is doing something I didn't think I would end up doing, which is kind of salvage the spaghetti base. Because at least over here I have red, blue, purple, military, and green science. Those are all available. And I can at least do some research for things like, I would imagine maybe personal laser defense, which would be really nice. I can even do the personal roboport, and we could actually do research for yellow science, which I don't have done yet. So that's going to be important for research in the future. So I think that is what I should work on next. So the first thing to salvage this would be getting some power over here. So I suppose I have a couple of different options. I could just hook up some power poles over here, so it'd be basically one big electric network between the two separate bases. I'm not sure how much this would drain on my power, which kind of ebbs and flows depending on if the biters are attacking or not. It tends to ramp up, of course, when the laser turrets are engaged with the biters. So that is an option. Another option would be giving it its own power supply by feeding in some coal, perhaps, from over here to over there. That seems like the closest fuel source. There's also another patch over here, but that seems further away. And I could either belt that in, I suppose, although that would take a lot of belt, or I could add in some trains, which seems almost like a lot of work to do just to get coal over here when I don't plan on using this space for forever. So I think I'm going to stick with option 1, which is basically just to connect it up to power. I'll probably also want to add in a couple defenses along the way. It would be nice to kind of have a wall between here and here, at least to prevent the biters from encroaching further into my territory, at least in this direction. Oh gosh, and look at the biters over here, speaking of which. But long story short, I've definitely got to give power over here to Spaghetti Base, and then I can start doing some more research. But in the meantime, I can actually take some of these blue circuits, which I've already got a couple on hand. And, oh, actually, that's where it should go. And then I can start building that power armor. I think I should be able to build this by hand. It only takes 20 seconds, but I do need some electric engines, which, if I can make my way out of that maze, are going to be up here with the robot frames. So let me grab that real quick. We'll make the power armor by hand, and then I will see you guys once we get power over to the Spaghetti Base. Oh, and the power armor is already done. Let me steal these items from there. Let me pop that out. Let me pop the power armor in. And this can go away. So let's pop some things in. Let's do that. And oh my gosh, eventually I can get an exoskeleton. Oh man, that would be so nice. All right, I'm definitely motivated to get power over to the Spaghetti Base. That is something I did not think I was going to do again. Okay, so let's find probably where the closest power point would be. And then the next question would be, do I have enough power to support it? So that looks like it's my closest area of power in terms of being near the old base. So let's head over there. You know what? I should grab my tank, actually, because looks like there's some things I'll need to clear. Okay, good. I was making sure there aren't any jams. But let me grab my tank. All right, nearby nests have been cleared. And it's actually not as far as I thought to deliver power. We're actually closer to the Spaghetti Base from the stone patch than we are from the stone patch to the new base. So let's bring this over. And then if you guys are looking at the top in my mini-map, there's some biter nests up there that I'll probably have to take care of. And I'm especially concerned because I did tend to steal all of the ammo that was back at the Spaghetti Base, so I don't really have much in there. So hopefully this survives once it actually gets back up and running. So hopefully I'm not actually dooming myself, but here we go. Power back for the first time. This will kind of semi-begin to run again. I'm certainly out of coal, but I shouldn't need coal here. Well, I guess I do need coal for, oh, I didn't think of that. For supplying the smelters. Crap. I may just have to bring coal over here anyway, or get light oil into more solid fuel and use the solid fuel to supply the smelters, or I can upgrade to electric smelters. I guess I do have options, so I need to think about that. How is my power doing? Okay, so I'm about maybe using, ooh, I was about to say maybe 3/4, but I must have gotten into an exacerbation of my biters right there. I will definitely have to add more power. I've got these steam engines ghosted in, which I can add in just a minute. I've got to address this issue over here. Gosh, it's like I'm dealing with biters more than I care to. But that is the challenge. So those are not attacking us quite yet, which is good. How is the pollution over here? Not too horrible. Let's see what it ends up doing when I start doing some research. So I definitely want to research the quality of life things first. So I think the biggest quality of life thing would be exoskeleton, and this only costs 50, so that's relatively cheap. So let's start that. And then once that is done, we can look at some other quality of life things. But let me start, now that we have power over here, seeing if I can build a wall, maybe at this diagonal or something like that, which means I'll have to clear out even more biters, but that's okay. I think that will be worth it in the end to buy myself a little bit of breathing room. All right, research on quite a few things is done. I was able to get research of my personal roboport, of a personal laser defense, of a little bit of armor. In fact, I can do the energy shield MK2, which would be nice, although that's pretty expensive to only be running on like basically what I had in storage or what was buffered on my belts here, but that might be a possibility. Spaghetti Base is kind of currently running low on iron and therefore like red and green sciences and things like that, but it still has a little bit more I think I can get out of it. But in the meantime, I want to do some quality of life things since I've just been dying to do that. And that means I need to put in the recipes here for some of my assemblers if I can remember what they do. I just have to look and see where these attach to. So this one has got to be the upgraded personal battery, which it is. And that will take, oh crap, I don't have low density structures yet. Okay, that's all right. I should probably do regular batteries though, which I can just manually input steel. I'll have to grab some batteries from a car nearby though, which isn't a huge deal since this is, do I have any in there? Nope, I don't. I'll have to go further down the line. But let me grab, or actually let me request a couple, maybe a stack of the processing units, and I'll just put that where I can. Let me borrow batteries from you guys. Right there. Perfect. And here the bots come delivering me stuff since I was out on quite a long journey. I cleared out a ton of biter nests. I'm trying to clear out a space to put in a wall. So this will probably come down a little bit further and then connect up with the water over here. So that will buy me a lot of breathing room in this area, which will be so, so nice. Okay. But yeah, I don't have low density structures yet, which looks like that will have to become a priority here pretty soon if I want some of these items, but that's okay. I don't have a couple of these researched quite yet. So batteries will go in there. So that will pop out a few more, regular batteries for me. This one is the personal laser defense, and that is right there. Oh crap, that takes low density structures as well, and laser turrets. Crap, well, dang, I thought we were closer to getting a couple of these items than we are. That's a bummer. This is the shield, which I do have those items, thankfully, and this one is the exoskeleton. Oh, good. That one doesn't take low-density structures, but it does take Electric engines, which I can go borrow for my frame build again. Put those in there. Oh, and I'm out of steel. Of course I am. Do I have a car nearby? Come on. Give me your steel. Thank you. But let me make my way up to get the electric engines real quick. Ooh. Almost had a car accident there. But yeah, I'm going to grab the electric engines, and then that will probably be my biggest quality of life improvement because I walk around a lot and this space is getting quite a decent size. So I definitely want the ability to walk faster. So I'm grabbing the electric engines from here. And unfortunately, these are the only production of my electric engines. And they all get directly inserted into the RoboFrame build, or else it would be nice to have just kind of like a personal chest in the meantime. Although, hold on a minute, I might be lying. Don't I have electric engines over here? I do. Maybe the lube just isn't hooked up. Where do those come from here? Oh yeah, lube isn't hooked up, but I could hook that up, so that would be nice, so I don't have to come up here every time. But that solves a couple, let's see. It takes 30. Oh my gosh. And that's only for one thing of legs. I'm definitely going to probably at least want 2. Come on, these are just so slow. I think I have it now. I do. And I guess I could build this by hand. Let's just do that since I can. We'll head back down. We'll finish putting in the recipes. And then apart from that, we're pretty much done with the episode. Done a lot of quality of life things today. That's really been the sole purpose of me looking to get blue circuits up and running at this point in the game, because I'm getting sick of not defending myself well enough and not running as quickly as I want to, as an example, and all sorts of things. So let me put this in my suit. And there we go. Let's finish putting in. There's a couple other things we can do for recipes. That one we can't do yet. This one we don't have researched yet. What does that take? Discharge defense. Ooh. You know, I've honestly never used this before. Let me know if you guys have used this before. Is it worth it to get? I don't know. But it probably wouldn't hurt anything, though, to get that. Where did that go? Why not? So that will be the personal, or no, not personal, but that will be the discharge defense going in there. That one's to be the upgraded RoboPort, but this one is the regular RoboPort, which I can put in there. So that requires, again, batteries, check. Gear wheels, red circuits, and steel. I can grab that. But let me grab that, and then we're going to end at that point, I think. Because once I have... oh, no! Shoot. I only meant to grab a couple of those things. Okay. Oh, I need to put that back and that back. Okay, phew. Crisis avoided. I am missing... What am I missing? Oh, red circuits. That's primarily what I'm missing. And I only have 4 in there. Ugh, I definitely have to do some optimization and troubleshooting off camera or in a live stream or something like that. Just because this is only working like a small percentage of the time, sadly. There we go. But that should be all I need to get my personal RoboPort. And of course, once I get my personal RoboPort, then I can grab a stack of construction robots, and then they can help me with so many chores, which will be, that's almost tied with the exoskeleton. I can't decide which one is better, actually. Let's put that in there, steel in there. And I think I have some robots in storage, just waiting for me to use them. Please tell me I do. Oh, I have 5. I could always just steal from a RoboPort that has some in them. Uh-oh. 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 That's a problem. That's what I get for giving them power back. Okay, but is the thing done yet? Oh, I need to add in more of those. Gosh, this takes a lot of stuff. Oh, there it is at the end. Come here. Give it to me. Ooh, I have 2. I don't know that I can power it, but I will take it. So, amidst all of these alerts going on, we're going to end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm not sure what we're going to be focusing on in next episode, but I hope you guys will tune in to find out. And I'll plan on seeing you guys then.